You gotta get the foot out.
I can't. I don't know if I'm strong enough.
Actually climbed it like the best I have. I've never tried that kind of movement. Like
I think I was a little more focused. Like, all right, really know where you're going.
I had like a lot of strength, but then I was using it really, really poorly.
I'm definitely reaching like my absolute max.
Oh boy.
Are all those strong people totally sandbagging us when they see us struggling on a move and then show us how easy it is if we just use the right technique?
Jason, just do it like this.
Are those old school climbers actually right when they tell us to stop focusing on strength and actually learn how to climb?
Obviously you need some strength to climb well, but for me it's all about the technique aspect.
Easy for you to say when you can do a one-arm pull-up.
Sounds like we need to do a little experiment. We're gonna test out a variety of climbing techniques in the gym with and without a weight belt, so we can see how our technique is affected by changes to our relative strength. Will being weaker actually make it harder for us to have good technique, or will being weaker have no effect on our technique, meaning strength and technique are independent of each other? To help us figure it out, we've got my fiance and novice climber Aleena, as well as professional competition climber and performance coach Ross Fulkerson. Let's find out who wins and which shirt will I be wearing at the end. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Take. Oh. All right, I'm trying this purple one. I just did it without the weight vest, and I'm gonna see how much different it feels with the weight vest. Ooh.
Feel any different?
Not really, to be honest. Once you're in the positions, it's like quite good, and all your weight's like over the feet. You don't have to like pull that hard. Potentially you're onto something for like forcing better technique. Understanding how to climb and like make your hips like the focus and like position your body where you're like over your feet and you're not putting like all the weight of like the center of gravity like on your arms and like your attachment points is super, super valuable. And like that's what I train like every day is like how do you move as efficiently as possible so you're not having to like exert more strength on your hands and feet and everything like that. Oh, that feels so foreign.
20 pounds. Ooh. Okay.
Not too much different, to be honest, because it's the same like movement pattern. It's like easy to tell that most of my weight is over this hold and that I'm like putting very little force into this hand. But on some crimps, it'll be a bit trickier. Oh boy. 40 big ones. Dang, I'm curious how much I could do that with. I think I could do it with like another 30 or something.
All more difficult?
Not like while you're moving between the positions, but it's like punishes you more for like having bad technique. The second I have to like pull on anything, I'm like obviously much weaker. But because I like started climbing on it with like good technique, then that like scales really easily, which is like, strength is obviously important, but I think it's more important to have good technique and then build strength onto that versus the other way around. And I had to like completely forget how to climb and like relearn because I had like a lot of strength, but then I was using it really, really poorly. And that's like when I moved to San Diego and started training in the backspace, like that's what leveled up my climbing was like completely relearning how to climb more efficiently.
right, so I picked this blue-black climb, or black-blue climb, and it's not a style I would say I'm typically good at, requiring a lot of like body weight, knowing where your body weight is to maximize the hold. But I figured it'd be a good one to try.
Nice. Yahoo!
That's gonna be a little scary to do with weight, not gonna lie. Let's start low. 7.
The face immediately would struggle. Come on, you got it. You got it. Nice. There you go, come on.
It did feel a little more physically demanding, but I don't know, I think it like forces you to maybe depend a little bit more on the technique. And I think I was a little more focused, like, all right, really know where you're going and how you want to do it. Whereas when you have less weight, there's probably a little more wiggle room to mess up a little bit. Yeah. So I think it helped me hone in on exactly the move I wanted to do.
Add
More weight. So now I've got 12 pounds, pure muscle.
Pure strength, zero technique.
Woo!
Come on. Come on. Nice. So, more weight?
I guess I'm much stronger than I realized. I wonder if this is what it feels like to have a badonk, with all that jiggling in the back.
How's that chalk doing?
It's pretty good, actually. Where's it from?
I don't know. If only we had an affiliate link with a discount code.
18 pounds. Jeez Louise.
Come on.
Shit. I'm too scared that I'll fall on the weights. Yeah, I'm definitely reaching my absolute max. Some chalk ASMR. It's so chalky.
Instant million views.
Oh boy. Yeah, that hard. I think I've reached my strength capacity.
I don't know, maybe you just need better
I think
technique.
it's time to do some more push-ups. Are they bigger yet? I'll talk to you later, ladies, about how to get this.
Nice. Come on. You got it.
Nice.
One big motion.
Oh boy. I can't. I actually did do something different. I leaned more into this part. So grabbing that was easier because I could use my right hand a little more.
You techniqued it.
I techniqued it.
Ooh.
Or
What's on your shirt there? You gotta. Yes.
Hands in the air. Drop the chalk block. Turn around nice and slow.
Who are you?
Special Agent Jones, Indiana Maverick Jones.
Chalk inspection agency. I thought they shut you guys down in '99.
We got you pegged, buddy. You've been using low-quality chalk for years and acting like you can't tell the difference. Deep down, you know why you're always dry fire, yet somehow still feeling greasy at the same time. Makes me sick.
But what am I supposed to do? Chalk prices got insane.
If you buy combo packs of Magdust, it's less expensive than other premium brands.
It's smooth, yet sticky, and it doesn't cake up like the other brands. But like, what am I supposed to put it in? Oh, magnetic closure. This looks great, but like, I don't know if I can afford this.
Just use code Hooper15 for 15% off all chalk buckets, bags, and chalk from, what are you, Nick?
Great, thanks. I definitely will go and order some. But I mean, in the meantime.
Don't you dare.
But now it's gonna be too Whoa. A little sloppy at the end getting the heel back in, but the rest of it felt fun and dynamic, and the scorpion felt totally necessary to be able to grab onto that hold without just sliding off, so it was fun. Okay, changing my technique up a little bit here.
Going for a different color.
Okay, that definitely feels a little
Nice.
heavier. Who put this weight on me?
Come on.
Shit. Oh. I hit it and immediately could feel it like start to like slide off. And I almost got the heel back in, but then when I had actually stopped, I was like barely on the hold, so I didn't have as much friction as before. It actually almost at the bottom section felt like it was improving my footwork.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh man, I gotta counter out for this added weight. I gotta like use my legs way more.
Come on, you got it. Yeah.
Honestly, I think the only technique that would maybe work is if I was able to do it like Ross did and immediately get the heel in.
Nice.
I just don't have enough pinch strength to stay on that hold. So that's just when, as my legs come back down, just slide right off.
Whoa. That definitely feels harder.
Harder?
Yeah, I'm definitely putting more force on the hand.
This might be actually a really great example of how like someone with a slightly higher relative strength would be able to do that move and like point it out to you and tell you exactly what you need to do, like swing your legs out and that'll be all you need to then be able to latch onto the hold. But if you don't have relatively as much strength to be able to actually pinch onto that hold and not slide off it as you go, you won't be able to utilize that technique. Not necessarily.
That's why I think training or practicing technique on stuff that's like way below your relative strength threshold is for sure the way to do it. Mm-hmm. Like I'll just go climb like V3 to like V5 for like a long time sometimes, like start the session with like an hour of that where you're just like focusing on technique and then it feels much more natural to apply it at a higher level.
It's the moderate master.
This is all you need.
Down.
Like trying to get my hips like in this line. So when I, instead of sticking it here and having to swing out, your hips are already out, so they don't like swing any farther. You got it? Yeah. Oh, you're there. That was close. That was super close.
So close. Okay.
Yeah.
That I think is more of like a technique because I've never tried that kind of movement. Like even when I miss it, I can still hold on to those holds. I just am not hitting that because I don't have the right coordination and timing because there's not a technique I've practiced.
Okay. gonna be the first time I actually
He's
send
doing
this
the
climb,
full
'cause-
climb this
yeah.
time.
Woo! It's actually not too much harder. Okay, 30. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to do that. Oh, I forgot about the weight. I gotta do that again.
What happened on that one?
I missed the heel and then missed the hand with half of my fingers. It's like harder to be accurate because I've got like less time to hit that before I start like falling away from the wall. Whew.
Come on, Rice. There you
Whoa! I was trying to go fast.
Always had.
40.
Come on. Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice.
Honestly, the move, like when you just go for the heel hook, that doesn't feel too much harder, but the like move to the top was a lot harder where then I'm having to like generate more versus like absorb, if that makes sense.
It was interesting to see how you like moved with that extra weight, because it was slower than how you usually go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to make it faster.
Honestly, I don't feel like I'm trying to like pull any harder, but like obviously it took a lot of attempts to like get the same smoothness and like accuracy. I think like so I am pulling harder, like obviously, but it's kind of subconscious where I'm like trying to just focus on like getting my hips to where they need to be and then let my limbs like land in the positions they know.
Well, do you think it's fair to say too, like, because let's just throw random imaginary numbers out there, that this climb at most demands like 50% of your actual grip strength. So when you add this weight, it's now 65% of your grip strength. So you can still do all those moves.
Yeah, my margins are like definitely bigger.
Yeah, whereas if this was, say, 80% of my grip strength required without the body weight, the moment I add that, I'm at like that 95 to 100. So I have to be like absolutely perfect or I'm gonna fail.
That's why I'm saying like practice your technique on like easier climbs because you're gonna be able to like learn way more.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be more fun than like hunting for like the 1 in 100 tries when you like do it right.
I think which is interesting because like if this is 50% of your strength and you're trying to show this to someone where it's at their 100%, like you're saying, it's going to be really hard to learn that technique because they're not strong enough to execute that technique.
Absolutely.
But if you're showing them on something where they're at like 65, 70% of their relative strength, then like they'll learn that technique.
Yeah, I think that's like a good rule of thumb for like anything you're learning is like you want it to be like at that challenge skill like sweet spot where it's just hard enough to like promote growth and like promote learning, but not like too easy where you're just like mindlessly able to do it.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be different for everyone. Oh, that was bad.
Oh, what do I do? Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Oh, that's freaking hard.
You got it?
There you go. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
move
yeah,
your
yeah.
knee inside. Come on.
My arm isn't long enough to.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But now I'm stuck.
Now you got it.
Yeah. You got that. Push. Come on.
I don't know if I'm strong enough.
Oh, look at that.
Look at
That was so
coordination.
coordinated.
It felt easier,
Yeah.
I never would have thought of that because that's not my style of climbing, which is where coaching comes into play.
Speaking of coaching, there's a couple links in the description to some clinics that myself and the rest of the Mind to Motion team are doing here in San Diego, and then one in Sacramento, and then one in Bend, Oregon. So you can check out those links below. Also working on some online coaching modules to kind of expand that accessibility and offer some like virtual coaching, but those are not quite out yet. So leave some comments about what you would be most interested in learning. Nice.
Come on, now get it
Come
in.
on now.
Get it in.
Pull over the foot. Ali.
Get it. Come on. You gotta get the foot out. You gotta get the knee on the inside.
I
That's
can't.
tricky.
I definitely don't have the strength to like pull in with the shoulder in that position.
Is that a point for strength?
Every point has been for strength.
Do you think it's your lack of shoulder strength or tricep strength?
It can't be triceps. I
Obviously.
mean,
You really have to adjust on that.
Oh, yeah. Up.
Nice.
Woo. Oh. Harder for sure, but I actually climbed it like the best I have out of the 3 times I've done it. So did it a little bit faster, and then I carried my momentum more fluidly on a couple moves, which is nice. Yeah.
Do you think having the weight added made you want to fine tune the technique?
Yeah, 100%. I was like, I can't afford to climb it poorly.
Yeah.
A big part of like my coaching is just repeating climbs and like really understanding what actually is the easiest way. Like if you only do a climb once or twice, you're never gonna understand the easiest way to do it. Like you really have to practice it and then experiment with a bunch of different types of movement to understand like what feels the best. This is 30, and then we're calling it. The cut is for sure the hardest move.
Nice. How? Okay.
Whoa!
Nice, dude.
Oh no. I keep forgetting. Okay, we're calling it. Definitely harder, but I use this right hand for this move up to just decrease the amount of like load on that. But otherwise I just use my breath more. Got a little bit more psyched. This is a good example of like how setting changes like how important strength or technique is. Cause like this climb, I could climb it with like perfect technique, but it's probably only gonna be like 10% easier than like climbing it with not great technique. Whereas like that purple one, might feel like impossible with bad technique, and like V0 with really good technique. So different styles of setting reward that differently.
My takeaway so far is it's much harder to practice really good technique if you're already kind of at your strength limit. And people, I think, chase after just progression and harder grades and like that number chasing all the time, where they kind of forget to go back to slightly easier climbs to actually work on dialing in their technique, because achieving those higher grades just feels good. Even that purple one, like those holds are not at my strength limit, but because I never climb dynamically like that, if I'm not good even on those big holds, if I tried the same exact movement on way smaller holds, it's not like it's gonna improve my skill acquisition. It may get way harder because I'm gonna be like less precise, I won't be able to like dial in, and I won't find those successes on like the easier holds that I can then build off of. Because once you figure it out there, then you can try it on harder and harder moves.
I think, though, it is what I've learned today too, is sometimes you can put limits on yourself if you think, oh, I'm not strong enough to do something, and you don't even try to do a harder climb because you just don't think you can do it. And so I also think on the other side, don't put those strength limits on yourself either. If you know, like, well, I'm not as strong of a climber, still like try those things in addition.
It's gonna be more efficient to learn and like reinforce those good techniques on easier climbs, but it's beneficial to like try stuff that's at your limit to understand what you actually need to get better at.
I think really what it comes down to at the end of the day, no matter what you say or do or what you believe or who you are or where you're from or how old you are
Or how
cute you are, I really do think that it depends.
Wow. Whoa, you got way fancier font on yours.
Because it depends. All right, so who do you guys think won? Comment down below, share your opinions. Let's have a lively but fun conversation. And until next time,
Train,
climb,
send,
and
repeat?
what?
yeah!